Oh, you can't hear me. Hi, Lindsay. How are you? Cancer sticking.
Good,
Okay.
thank you, Becky.
Let's start in child's pose. Give me 1 second, Lindsay, to connect these terrible AirPods. If child's pose is not comfortable, you're not Brandy's, but okay. And then once you're there, close the eyes. Just start to settle in to your space. So leave your day at the door. I try not to bring the energy from the past or things that have already happened into the now. It's definitely a challenging practice, but just take a moment just to let it go. And then as well as leaving the day at the door, leaving the expectations of your class, of me, of you, of the rest of your evening at the door. We tend to even be more forward thinkers, anticipating, mind reading, guessing, or more reflecting, dwelling. Comes with that regret, just living in the past. And then the best way to cultivate present awareness is the breath. The most simple way is as you breathe in, say, I'm breathing in. And as you breathe out, say, I'm breathing out. We go a little bit further in yoga. We set intentions or sankalpas or mantras, a phrase or a word that we repeat that helps bring us back into the now. So if you practice that, set that now. Take a moment just to manifest, create your reality, your practice, your now. And then let's exhale all the air out of our nose. Close our mouth if we can do that. And take a nice slow breath in for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep, full belly breaths. Again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take 5 more breaths. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the tension. Again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Let your tension, your stress, your day go. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. And exhale. Walk your hands over to the right as you take another breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Let's take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come through your center over to the other side of your mat. Breathe, breathe, breathe. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Come back through your center. Puppy pose. Slither forward, drop the chest, lift the butt. Maybe chin, maybe forehead, maybe chest is on the mat. Breathe. So let's take one more breath. Exhaling it out. Next, inhale, slither forward all the way onto your stomach. Take your right arm out to the side, making a 90-degree angle, perpendicular line. Roll into that right shoulder and just start to open up through the shoulders, through the pec. You want to get deeper into the pec minor, bend the arm. It's a little deeper stretch. You can't go quite as far. And breathe. So breathe into your space. Here you go. All right, one more breath here. Actually, that's not true. Let's take one more breath. Come through your center. Release that arm towards the body and come into the other side. Relax your head, block, mat. We want no engagement of the neck or the shoulders. Relaxing through the jaw. One thing to stretch, one thing to breathe, but you also have to allow yourself, tell yourself it's okay to let go. It's okay to relax the muscles. 2 more breaths, deep inhale. One more breath, deep inhale. All right, back on to the belly. Bring the arms under the shoulders, press into a tabletop position. Shoulders stacked on the wrist, hips on the knees, press the shins, tops of the feet down into the mat, lengthen through the spine, so gaze is slightly forward. Knit your ribs, draw the navel in. Right arm, left leg, extend opposite direction. Rotate through your hand and your foot, getting into your wrist and your ankle. Reverse that rotation. And then reach behind and grab the foot. If you can't grab it, just pretend you can. One day you will. If you have the foot, kick the 2 into one another. Maybe take the gaze up and over the right shoulder. Breathe. One more breath. Inhale, kick, lift, lift, lift. Nice. Exhale, extend long. Bring it down, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, take the gaze up. The butt goes up. Good. Exhale, cat pose. Round the spine, tuck the chin, draw it in. Good. Back to your neutral spine. Other side, left arm, right leg. Rotate through the foot, through the hand, ankle, wrist. Breathing. Reverse that rotation. And then when you're ready, reach behind and connect with the foot. Kick the foot and the hand into one another. Maybe take the gaze up and over the left shoulder. Good. One more breath. Inhale, kick and lift. Nice. Exhale, extend long. Release it down, tabletop. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, cat pose. Move right on into downward facing dog. Curl the toes, lift the hips, press the heels. Take a breath in through the nose. Maintain your breath, especially these simple, slower movements. It's all about the breath, creating that awareness, creating that deeper connection with your practice, with yourself. So walk your dog if that's what your body calls you to do. And come up high on the tippy toes. Drop the heels over to the right. High on the tippy toes. Drop the heels over to the left. High on the tippy toes. Bend the knees as if you're going into child's pose. And then downward facing dog, hips high, heels low. Let's take the right leg up. Point and flex the foot. Again, circle any tension, tightness, cracks. And then when you're ready, bend the leg, yawn it open, drop the foot, stack the hips, lift the knee. Circle the knee out, getting into the hip socket, into that hip joint. Reverse that rotation. And then inhale, straighten the legs, square it off. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose, round the spine, tuck the chin, hips stay up. Shift forward, tap the right tricep. You're in the plank position. Gaze is forward, knee is lifted. Gently dragon pose. Just tap the foot to the outside of that right hand. Good. And then take your space here. Grab the back foot if you'd like. Drop the back knee. You can come onto the forearms. Lots of different variations, but breathe into your hip. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Release the foot if you have it. Bring the hands back to the mat. Heel toe the foot in. Come into high plank pose. Let the front foot join the back. Maybe the knees tap down for support. Maybe you're in full expression right from the get-go. So navel draws back to the spine. Knit the ribs in. Really press the mat away from the hands here. So you feel the shoulder blades start to round. Yeah, nice. One more breath. Deep inhale. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Hips come up, heels come down. Inhale the left leg up. Same thing on this side. Point flex, circle, rotate. When you're ready, bend the leg, yawn it open. Circle it out. Reverse. Inhale, straighten the legs, square it off. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose. Nice breath, guys. Inhale up. Left knee, left tricep, shift forward, think plank, hold it. Gazes forward, get the neck extending out from the spine. Good, try not to drop the chin. Dragon pose. Gently tap that foot down. Couple breaths. Breathe. 2 more. One more. Hands come back down to the earth. Heel toe the foot in. This time back foot joins the front. Fold forward at the top. Inhale, flat back, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Roll up slowly. Just root through the feet, articulate the spine. Bend the legs if you needed. Head arise. Continue the arms up overhead. Take the gaze up at the fingers. And then exhale right back down, fold forward. Moving into Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step or walk it back, high to low plank. Inhale through your cobra or up dog. Tops of the feet come to the mat. The shoulder blades down the spine. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, ripple forward, high plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, lower down. Watch the chin, watch the neck. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Exhale, bring it back, downward facing dog. One more time like that. So let's maintain some integrity in our chaturangas. If we need support, we drop our knees. Shift forward, high plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, shift forward. Inhale through cobra, tops of the feet come to the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, better. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step or hop the feet to meet, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen through the spine. Good. Exhale, fold. Roll up nice and slow, a little bit quicker than round 1. Head comes up, continue the arms up overhead. This time, draw it in, heart center. All right, full Surya Namaskar. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the breath guide you. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop, low plank, shifting forward as you do so. Nice, Becky. Inhale through cobra or up dog. Allow the tops of the feet down. Take the time. Exhale, downward facing dog. Don't rush the up dog. Creates compression, stress in the lower spine. We don't need any more stress down there. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, float. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up. Nice big breath, flat back, bring it up. Exhale, heart center. Again, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step or hop it back, low plank. Inhale through your cobra or up dog, roll the shoulders down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, take a peek. Exhale, step, hop, or float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale up. Exhale, heart center. 2 more, inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Step, hop, float, high, low. So taking chaturangas incorrectly or improperly can cause a lot more stress and strain in the shoulders and neck. So if you feel your shoulder, your chin, down dog, dropping below your shoulders and you're straining in your face, tap your knees down or you're going to leave here more tense than you came here. Promise you. It's a lot of upper body work. So just maintain it, and it's okay to take the modifications. Inhale, look between the hands. As you exhale, step, hop, or float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Exhale, fold. 1 more. Inhale up, nice big breath. Exhale, heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step, hop, float, high, low, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale through your cobra or up dog better. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, step, hop, or float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Root to rise. Come on up. Nice big breath. Exhale, heart center. Moving on, Sun Sal B. Inhale, chair pose, sit down. Weights in the heels, lengthen the spine. Draw the belly in. Breathe. So tilt your pelvic floor. Lift this up, that down. Yes, right there. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Step, hop, float, high to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg high. We're going to add a breath. Exhale, bring it through, warrior 1. Back heel comes down, arms come up. Take your time. As you exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. You can flow, add some push-ups, or go right to down dog. In the moment. We'll meet in down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale again, bring it through, warrior 1. Inhale, the arms rise up. As you exhale, frame the front foot, take a flow, or go to down dog. Inhale through up dog. Exhale through down dog. Inhale, look between the hands. Step, hop, float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down, Utkatasana. Again, try not to arch right here, right? So take the sit bones, draw them down. Your hip points come up. Lengthen through here versus dump, right? Okay, 1 more breath. Better. Exhale, stand tall. Tadasana. Inhale, chair pose, sit down, Utkatasana. Breathe. So tilt your pelvic. Yes, right there. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Step, hop, float, high, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg comes up. Inhale, move with your breath. Exhale, warrior 1. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, frame the foot, high to low or down dog. You choose. Inhale through up dog, and then we meet in down dog as we exhale. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale again, bring it through, warrior 1. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms come back down. Quicker movements, longer breath, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale, look between the hands. Step, hop, float, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, halfway. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Exhale, stand tall, Tadasana. Nice. All right, let's move on. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Left hand under the face, right hand comes high, twist through the spine. In this life. Inhale, reach up, up, up. Exhale, switch it out, right hand down, left hand high. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, both hands come down. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step, hop, float, high, low, and then you're going to press back up into high plank. Many of you need your knees to do that. So drop them down and press back up. Create the stability, the integrity. Good. 1 breath. Right hand center, side plank, Vashisthasana. So drop the bottom knee, lift the top leg, do anything in between. Navel back towards the spine first, and then knit the ribs in. Lift the hips a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, high plank. If you want to push up, take it. If not, stay in high plank. And then left hand center, side plank on the other side. In the child. Nice. Lift the hips up. Inhale. Exhale. We all low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. When you get there, fold forward at the back of the mat. Interlace the hands behind you. Try to draw the shoulder blades towards your butt. Down, away from the ears. Draw the belly up and in. Shift a little bit more forward into the toes. Good. Mula Bandha bathroom Kegel muscles. Engage them up and in. Good. One more breath. In this life. Exhale, release the hands down. Take the left leg up. Standing split on the right. So right leg's on the floor. Left leg is up. Yeah. Bend the leg if you need to. Do what you want. Right? But breathe. Be there. If you want to grab one of the ankles, you can. If you want to just enjoy the first hamstring stretch, just do that. One more breath. Release the hands back to the mat. Walk it out. Three-legged down dog. The left leg stays high. Good. Inhale, lengthen that leg. Straighten the leg. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose. In this life. Shift forward. Tap your left armpit. Get it high. Get the neck extended. Good. Bring it over to the opposite tricep. Stay strong in that left arm. Fall in triangles. Extend the leg. Right arm comes up. And then bring it back. Three-legged down dog. Left leg high. Bring it through. Crescent lunge. In this life. All right, so neutralize that pelvic floor here. Again, it's very easy to expand through the ribs and dump in the lower back. You can even bend that back leg if you need to. Think of engaging your core and lifting them up, right? Knit the ribs in. Water wheel the arms. Right arm forward, left arm comes back. Breathe. I'm not gonna make it. Exalt the warrior, backhand, back leg. Open up through the right side. Good. Revolve your crescent. Hand that's in the air comes down. Find that third point of contact. So really root the right hand into the mat. Squeeze the inner thighs. And then side plank. Vashi. Front foot joins the back. Use your breath. Maybe that top leg lifts. We're all going to lift it in a second. Take wild thing. One more breath. And then wild thing. Tap that top leg behind you. Just open up again through the chest, the shoulder, the front of the body. One more breath. All right, back through side plank and then back into crescent lunge. So swing that top leg. It's the left one forward. Use your hand as a little booster. Find your feet. Ground your feet. Stabilize the pose. Draw the hands in through to heart center. Take a twist. Right elbow connects on that front leg. Good. Lengthen through your back leg. It stabilizes you. Yes. Press those hands into one another. Get a little more length in the spine. One more breath. Inhale up through crescent lunge. Let's interlace the hands behind the back. If you're comfortable in your balance, just start to straighten the arms and lift up through the chest. Good. Warrior three. You can keep the hands bound for an added challenge or release the hands. So the hip that's in the air, it naturally lifts. Can you inner rotate it? Try to face the toes towards the floor, like you're squeezing a ball between your legs. Good. One more breath. Gently crescent lunge. Find your breath. Find your focus. Deep inhale. As you exhale, open warrior two. All right, good. Take a peek at the front toes. Just make sure they're right at 12 o'clock and the knee presses out. So you'll feel the inside muscles of your legs start to work. Soften the shoulders. Yeah, reverse your warrior. Back hand, back leg. Cactus your arm out to the side. Spin it open. Straighten the front leg. Go back a little bit more. Straighten the arm that's in the air. Get a little deeper of a stretch. Yeah, triangle pose. You might have to shorten the stance. You can shimmy that back foot in a little bit. So very easy again to arch your back. Knit your ribs in. Press your hips towards the windows you're looking at and draw your shoulders back towards my voice. Good. Snap the fingers. You need to. Rotate the wrist. Reverse. Hand that's in the air goes forward. Bend the front leg, side angle. Slide the arm down or take your forearm to the thigh. You can adjust your side angle. Side angle. Both feet on the mat. Yeah. We're going there, but not quite yet.
Look down at that front foot, half moon. Now we launch forward and lift that back leg off the mat. Keep the hips stacked. So really root in that standing heel, the standing butt cheek, the glutes. Good, lift the leg a little higher. Find your breath, find your focus. One more. Standing split, fold over the front leg, extend. Couple breaths here. If you want to grab an ankle, you can. If you want to just enjoy the stretch and the pause, you can. One more breath. Fold forward at the top of the mat. Step on the hands for gorilla pose. So a lot of you guys have to bend your legs. We all don't have very tight or loose hamstrings. So it's okay. Honor that. Bend the legs, step on the hands, and then shift forward into the toes. A little bit of trust coming in. One more breath. Release the hands. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Utkatasana, Utkatasana. Yeah, nice adjustments. So tailbone, sit it down. Hip points come up. Good. Can we wiggle the toes? Can we soften the shoulders? Can we smile? Can we enjoy our practice? One more breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, stand tall. Tadasana. Sorry, I can't say Tadasana any other way. Chair pose, sit down. Utkatasana. Draw the hands in, heart center. Twist towards me, to the left. So drop your butt back and then drop it down and then squeeze the inner thighs together and then press the hands into one another and lengthen through the spine. Perfect. One more, one more breath. Good. Inhale back through chair, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Beautiful. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step, hop, float, high, low. Let's press back up to high and then back down to low and then back up to high and then one more low. Yeah, inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Regain focus. Deep inhale. One more. Walk the hands back to meet the feet. Interlace the hands behind the back. Switch up the grip. Opposite pinky on the outside. Should feel like you're holding someone else's hand. Good. Relax your head. Maybe even shake it out. Roll it out. Stick your tongue out. Nobody can see you. Get the tension out of your jaw. One more inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Right leg lifts. So stand on the left leg, lift the right leg up. All right, we're gonna add a little bit to this standing split. Bend the leg that's in the air. Can you grab it with the right hand or the left hand? Probably the left hand. Good, pull the foot down, lift the knee up, get a nice stretch to the front of that leg. Good, one more breath. Release the foot, but extend it back up. Walk the hands out, three-legged down dog with the right leg high. Inhale, let's lengthen and straighten. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose. Inhale up. Right knee, right tricep, shift forward, think plank position. The booty drops down, the gaze is still forward. Bring it over to the opposite tricep. Stay strong in your right arm, fallen triangle. Left arm comes up. Good, open up. All right, option to push up or come right into three-legged down dog where the right leg comes back up high where we will all meet. All right, bring it through, crescent lunge. Again, take your time, take a couple breaths to really ground your feet. Neutralize that pelvic floor so we're not expanding through the ribs and dumping in the lower back. It's all about core engagement to start to strengthen the lower spine. Water wheel the arms, left arm forward, right arm behind. Exalt the warrior, back hand drops down, reach up through the left side. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, revolve crescent, left hand comes down inside of that foot. Ground that left hand, third point of contact. And it went like side plank. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Let the legs work for you. Nice, one more breath. And then we all lift the top leg just a smidge and tap it behind you for wild things. You can always drop your bottom knee too for a little more support. Good, inhale, lift and open. Option to push up or Crescent lunge. Bring that foot back through. Slide it forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, draw it in, heart center. Take a twist, left elbow, right knee. And then again, lengthen through your back leg. Feel that you stabilize the pose. Inhale, the arms come back up overhead. As you exhale, let's interlace the hands, switching up the grip, opposite pinky on the outside. Drop the arms, lift the chest, maybe take the gaze up if your balance is okay. And then warrior three, however you want to get there, you can release the bind of the arms. You can keep them where they are. Once you feel balance, focus on the hip that's in the air, inner rotate it, drop it down. Breathe. One more breath. Crescent lunge. Take your time, find your breath, deep inhale. One more, deep inhale. As you exhale, open warrior two. A little bit easier of a position. Front toes, 12 o'clock position. Knee out, hips forward, arms strong, shoulders soft. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Cactus your arm out to the side, spin that heart up. Stay in that lunge, keep pressing the knee out, don't let it dump in. Yes, good. Straighten that front leg, go back a little more. Straighten that arm that's in the air, really stretch, stretch, stretch. Triangle pose, hinge forward. You might adjust the distance of the feet, heel toe the back foot in. Nice, pull the shoulders back, not necessarily about touching the floor here, but aligning the torso on the front leg. Nice adjustment. Snap the fingers that are in the air. Rotate through the wrist. Reverse that rotation. Good, hand that's in the air goes forward. If you want, the bottom hand can go forward or it can stay where it is, just adding a little bit of core. Deep inhale. As you exhale, bend the front leg for your side angle. So forearm can come to the thigh, hand can stay reaching down towards, but use it as leverage. Press your knee out. Push your hip forward. Hand that's in the air goes forward. Look down at the foot. Ardha Chandasana, half moon. So keep those hips stacked. Keep the leg engaged, strong, lifted, breathing. Lift that leg a little higher, one more breath. Good, standing split, fold over. A little easier of the pose to gain the breath. Bend the leg that's in the air. Let's see if you can grab it. Right hand. Pull the foot towards the butt, lift the knee up. And just stretch. It's probably tight, breathe into it. Tell yourself to loosen up, to let go. One more breath. Exhale, fold forward at the top of the mat. Nice. So wrap your arms behind your legs. There's options. You can just kind of wrap the arms and interlace them. You can grab opposite elbows behind your calves. You can cup your heels with your hands, really folding the body in half. So see what honors your hamstrings, right? Two more breaths. One more breath. Go ahead and release. Doo-doo-doo. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, sit down. Utkatasana. Asana, right? You hear that in every pose, if it's called in Sanskrit, to be seated, to sit still, to find the stillness within you. Good, hands to heart center. Twist to the right towards the windows. All right, same thing. We drop the butt down. We sit back into the heels a little more. We draw the energy up through the soles of the feet. Then we press the hands into one another and get a little more length in the spine. One more breath. Inhale back through chair because you can. Exhale, stand tall. Ta-da. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Step, pop, float, high, low. And then come right back up into high. This is our shoulders. And then low. And then up dog. Pause in your up dog. So if up dog creates any tension, bend the arms, take cobra. Drop the left hip, dip the left shoulder, take the gaze up and over the right. Little side body stretch here. And then come through the center around to the other side, dip, drop, look. And then inhale back through center, roll the shoulders down, offer the heart. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. Take child's pose, take dolphin pose, take handstand pose, headstand pose, forearm pose. You get the drift. Do what you want. Do what you need. But breathe, right? So breath, breath, breath. Remember, that is the key to the practice, to going deeper in the practice. Physical movements are great, but the focus, the concentration is really what separates yoga from other stuff. Learning to control our mind, to manifest our reality. 2 more. Doo-doo-doo. 1 more. All right. When we're ready, we'll come back to down dog. We're going to add on a little bit of play stuff. And then we'll cool down. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. All right. Down dog. Let's take dolphin. Even if you just took it, let's retake it. Drop the elbows down. All right. So when we first start, right, the hands kind of go together. Our head's really close to the mat. Progression. Eventually we get the arms out. It needs mobility in the shoulders. From there, walk the feet a little closer. Then see if you can create a little more space between your head and the earth by pressing the mat away from the forearms. Press the chest back towards the thigh. Draw the ribs in. It's just 1 more breath. And then come back into down dog. Nice, Jill. Inhale the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, a little bit of core, a little bit of warming up. Inhale up. Left knee, left tricep, shift forward. Think plank. Inhale high. Knee to nose. Inhale up, really great breath. Left knee, right tricep, just working, like oiling up the shoulders. Inhale up. And now we're gonna take arm balances. Knee to nose, only if you have it. Inhale up. Left knee, left tricep, shift forward. So if you don't have the arm balance, that's okay. Think plank and try to tap your armpit with your knee. Keep working that oblique. Work the sternum by focusing on the breath. Nice, Leo. 1 more breath. Inhale up. Knee to nose, a little simple. All right, inhale up. This one's a little harder. It's a scoop and a hop. Left knee, right tricep, taking your side crow. It's a little bit more challenging. Breathe. Nice, Jill. Yeah, girl. Well, up yourself. Come back up. Inhale up. You got it. You got it, guys. Bring it through. Warrior 1. I'm begging handstand, please. So square off towards the front of the room. Warrior 1. Back foot slightly pigeoned in. Interlace the hands behind the back. All right, drop the arms, lift the chest, open up. Enjoy the stretch. Don't rush it. And then exhale, humble warrior. Try to maintain these warrior 1 hips. So once you fold forward, reassess. Pull the front hip back. Good. Relax your head as long as your balance is pretty stable. All right, can we keep our hands interlaced and just come into like a standing split Superman? Lift the back leg off the mat. And then release the hands, come into warrior 3. Dial down that hip, slide up dog chest, lengthen through the spine, knit the ribs, pulse the leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the leg. Can you grab it with the left hand? A little bind here. Lengthen through the spine. 1 more breath. Release the foot, release the right hand, revolve half moon. Keep that leg lifted. Don't let it fall. Lift it up. 1 more breath. Open up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Stack the hips. Press through your big toes so you're using all of the muscles in the leg, not just the outer larger ones. If you bind, bind. I wish I could make you somebody else. Woo-hoo. 1 more breath. All right, release. Standing split, standing split, standing split. Just not release the foot. Okay, so if you guys are short of breath, stay here, catch your breath. Everyone else, I want you to practice a little bit of handstand kick-ups. Just try it. So bend the leg like a little spring and see if you can kick up. Just a couple. All right, maybe 5. All right, come back through standing split, regather. Take a breath. All right, crescent lunge. Don't want to be there yet. Take a breath, deep inhale. Exhale, heart center. Take a twist towards me. Left elbow meets, right elbow meets the left knee. Good, lengthen through your back leg. Look down at the front foot. Back foot meets the front, twisting chair. Stay here or take side crow. Okay, 3 breaths. Drop your butt down a little bit more. Squeeze those inner thighs. Work the pose. Get out of your mind. 2 more breaths. I know it sucks. I know it's not fun. I know it's hard, but get out of all of that and just be with it. All right, inhale, come back through chair. You've got it. You've got it, guys. Exhale, fold forward. Nice job. Let's heel toe the feet out. Take yogi squat. Let's take a little break, getting into our hips. All right, so back into the heels, drop the booty down, and then we lastly try to lengthen through the spine. Notice real easy here to let the ribs just kind of display out. Knit those intercostal muscles in. Chin parallel to the earth, scapula is regressing down the back. Good, 2 more breaths. Draw your mula bandha in. Keep that muscle tight. 1 more breath. And just because it's detox, we're going to do a little bit of conditioning. Lift the butt halfway up. All right, so stay in this little hot spot. Pulse it like you're twerking. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay up. Hold. Close the eyes if you need to. Go inward. 2 breaths. 1 breath. Exhale, sit back down, yogi squat. Even though the desire to run is there, maintain the peace, the grace, the stillness. It starts with a thought. Whatever you feed is going to manifest. 1 more. Exhale, fold forward. See, you're done. That's easy. It was simple. You made it. You can heel toe the feet together. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, step, hop, float, high, low. Inhale, up dog. We'll meet in down dog. We'll pause, couple breaths. So notice where the mind is. That's what's going to create your practice. Get out of the stories. Come back. All right, right leg comes high. Inhale. Exhale, draw it in, knee to nose. Inhale up. Right knee, right tricep, shift forward. Inhale up. Right knee, left tricep, cross over. Good. Inhale up. Now we hold, we condition, or we arm balance. Knee to nose first. Nice breath. Inhale up. Right knee, right tricep, or taking your flying pigeon or running man variation. Breathe. Breathe. Lift that knee up a little higher, guys. Yes, inhale up. Knee to nose. Inhale up. Right knee, left tricep, where we hold or we scoot, hop, boogie into side crow. 1 more breath. Lift the knee up a little higher. Inhale, back up. Good. Exhale, bring it through, warrior 1. Take your time. All right, back heels down, everything square towards the front. Catch your breath, deep inhale. As you exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Switch up the grip. Make it feel like you're holding someone else's hand. Drop the arms down, lift the chest up, enjoy that stretch. And then exhale, shift forward, humble warrior. Once you're there, notice if you kind of got out of the warrior 1, pull that front hip back. Relax your head as long as your balance is there. All right. So you can keep the hands interlaced or release them, but come into a standing split Superman variation, right? So gaze right at the floor. Breathe. Lift the arms up for a deeper shoulder stretch. Press through the big toe mound. If you fall, come on back into it. And then lifting up warrior 3. Slide up dog chest. Try to create a straight line through that heel in the crown of the head. Pulse it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bend the leg, see if you can grab the foot. Pull the foot, square off the hips, lengthen through. 1 more breath. Release the foot, release the left hand, revolve half moon. Right hand comes up. Breathe. Press through your big toe of your standing foot. Open up half moon. Right hand comes down. We stack and open, working, breathing into the burning sensation that might be happening in the right leg. Bind if you bound on the other side. Maybe just try it. Maybe you've never tried it. Bend the leg and see if you can grab it. Why not? Good. 1 more breath. All right, standing split. Option just to stay in the standing split. I promise you it feels better than half moon or revolve. All right, but if you practice your kick-ups, specifically if this is the harder side, try it here. If we can maintain the shoulder stacked on the wrist, you're going to use your core and less momentum to get up. That's when your handstands will start to shift. Breathe. 2 more. Nice. 1 more. Nice, girls. Come back through standing split. Lift that leg. Take your time. We're almost there, guys. Crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Find your breath. Ground your feet. Get out of your head. Deep inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Take a twist. Once you're in the twist, lengthen your back leg. We just tend to get lazy a little bit. So bring that integrity back into it. Look down at your front foot. Back foot meets the front, twisting chair, side crow option, or 3-breath hold. So if we're holding, come into all those cues you've heard. Drop your butt, squeeze the inner thighs, lengthen through the spine, smile on your face. 2 more. Nice, 1 more. Come back through chair because you can, Stand tall, Tadasana. Good, inhale, come up. Exhale, fold forward. High on the balls of the feet. Drop your booty to meet your heels. So take a little squat. So option to stay right here. This is intense for a lot of our toesies. If we want more, toe crunch asana. Drop the knees down. Block, mat, full expression, all 10 toes. And then can we maintain peace and calmness starting in the mind? Close the eyes, focus on the third, focus on the breath. 2 more. One more. Staying on the balls of the feet, just lift the knees. Squeeze the ankles and the inner thighs and come all the way up to standing, high on the tippy toes. Reach the arms up overhead, stand tall, tall, tall. Sit back down, chair pose, last little flow. Deep inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back halfway. Step, hop, float, high, low. We got 3 push-ups, just 3. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, nice guys, exhale down. 1 more, inhale up, exhale down, finish through. Down dog. Ooh. All right, don't worry, we're gonna stretch those shoulders out. Inhale the left leg up, but first we're gonna get into the hips a little bit. Low lunge, release the foot between the hands, drop the back knee down. So you can maintain the hands on the mat, or if you wanna lift them up overhead, you can. We're gonna take 3 breaths just in this low lunge. Focus on the back hip flexor, the back kind of upper leg. All right, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Bring your hands back to the mat. Frame your foot, straighten the front leg, fold over it for half monkey. Now we're focusing on the front back leg, the hamstrings. And if you want to, you can always drop the toes down, just kind of stretch to the front of the ankle, the shin too. 2 more. Love one another. 1 more breath. Shift forward, split, Hanumanasana. Don't think about it. Don't create stories about it. Just come into it. You might surprise yourself. When we let go of the baggage of the past, we might surprise ourselves in the future or in the present. Excuse me. Relax your shoulders. Again, get the tension out of your jaw. Maybe stick the tongue out. Breathe. If you want to go a little deeper, the arms come up overhead. 2 more. One more breath. Go ahead and take pigeon. It's an easy transition. Just kind of pop over onto that left hip, bend the leg. If you take pigeon on your back, then it's a little bit more challenging. Roll onto the back and take it there. So tap into where you feel it. Notice that sensation, acknowledge it. Breathe into it, try to let go. So lots of emotions kind of get trapped in our hips. They're called samskaras. The way I think of them is unexpressed feelings, unexpressed thoughts, unexpressed emotions cause blockages. Blockages cause disease, sickness, different ailments throughout the body, injuries. So notice tension, tightness, breathe into it. Give yourself the permission to let go. Breathe. One more breath. One more breath. One more breath. And then slowly come up. You can take a flow or you can go to down dog. You can choose. And we'll come into the other side. Do whatever you need in between. So I think it's the right leg comes up and through for a low lunge. Release the back knee down. Again, hands can stay on the floor, just help supporting the pose, or they can come up. But then relax the shoulders, relax your jaw, settle in. It's just about 5 breaths. Breathing. Use this opportunity in class to focus on the breath. Don't let the mind wander. It's the opposite of yoga. Yoga is harnessing the mind. That's actually the translation of the word yoga, Sanskrit word meaning to yoke, to harness, to steer. So what are we trying to steer? Our life, our thoughts, without getting caught up in them. We get in our own way when that happens. 2 more breaths. Where's my mind? Perfect song. Maybe it's in the gutter. 1 more breath. All right, half split. Straighten that front leg, rock onto that front heel. You can flex the foot or drop the toes down, whatever feels better for you. Honor your space, your practice. 2 more, 3 more. Last breath here. All right, inhale, rebend the front leg, move on into Hanuma. It's a better word than splits, I think. So Hanumanasana. All right, maybe this one's a little bit easier for you. Maybe you can lift the arms up, see how that feels. It's kind of an oh shit experience sometimes, like, oh shit. Where's my mind? Let's say 2 more. Relax your jaw, relax your face. One more breath. V is for vendetta. And when you're ready, move into pigeon. Well, it's about 7 breaths here. Try to settle in as quickly as you can and then do the magic, do the work by just relaxing. That's all it is. Now I got a bellyache. Relax the shoulders, the jaw, the forehead, the eyebrows. Relax anything that you've identified as tense. 3 more. Two more. One more breath. So slowly come out. Child's pose is where we'll meet. If you need to do something in between that, feel free. I follow you. Come back to that intention. Come back to your breath. Deep inhale. Exhale. Let's come into tabletop. We'll take our left arm up towards the ceiling, so reach it up, and then thread the needle, leave it under. So you can stay here. You want to extend one of the legs back. It adds a little bit of balance and coordination and core. You let it float up toward the sky. Relax the shoulders. And breathe. Three more. Two more. One more breath. We'll go ahead and come out. If you want to circle the left shoulder out, you can take some nice large circles. If not, then just move into the other side. Take your time. There's no rush. See the ocean. Relax. So right ear, cheek to the mat. Try to relax with the breath. Relax the forehead, relax the jaw. Just take 3 more breaths. And then just try to repeat what you did on the other side. Perfect. Good. 2 more. One more breath. And slowly come out. And again, if you want to circle the shoulders out, feel free. So next shoulder stretch, your choice, puppy pose, or exactly how we started class, where we just bring one arm out. So puppy pose is like child's pose. You drop the chest and lift the butt. Or shoulder stretch, where you're opening up through the shoulder. Redemption songs. Breathe. Relax your face, your jaw, your cheeks. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand beside and look? 2 more breaths. One more breath. So if puppy is too much to hold for another 5 breaths, you can come out of it, just press back into child's pose and take rabbit. And then come into the other side. If you're enjoying the stretch, just stay there. Take 5 breaths and then come out. So if you're taking the shoulder stretch, come into the other side. Breathe. It's all about the breath. It maintains the awareness, the focus, the concentration, which is the practice of yoga. Slowing the fluctuations of the mind. But for beginners, which is really anybody who's been practicing, I would say 10 or less years, it's a form of concentration. It's called dharana. Learning to fine-tune your concentration, your focus. We live in a very chaotic ADD, ADH world. Tons of excuses. It's really just a lack of practice. lack of awareness, lack of being given the tools at a younger age so we can practice this. Most of us start this in our adulthood. It takes a while to create new habits, new sense of awareness. Take one more breath. Slowly come out. If you're in puppy, press back child's pose. It feels nice to wrap the arms back, like towards the feet. And then if you're on your stomach, just roll onto your back. That's where we'll all meet, is on our back with our head facing the front of the room. Songs of freedom. And then lift the legs up towards the ceiling. Stay here. If you choose to stay here, lift the arms up. If not, shoulder stand. So in shoulder stand, squeeze the inner thighs together. Let the legs be nice and strong. Chin away from chest so you can breathe. If you're in waterfall, maybe you want to circle out the feet and the hands, just get any of that energy that's kind of stuck in there still around. From shoulder stand, go ahead and take plow when you're ready. Release the feet behind you to yourself. Deaf man or egg pose if it's in the practice where we bend the legs. You have 3 to 4 more breaths. Two more. One more. If you took shoulder stand and plow, come into fish. If you took waterfall, come into happy baby. So happy baby, you grab the feet or the back of the knees. Fish, you sit on the hands, pop up onto the elbows, counter the spine. Nice. One more breath. And then let's hug the knees into the chest, everybody. Drop your knees to one direction for a spinal twist. Gaze the opposite direction of the knees. And breathe. One more breath here. Through your center, round to the other side. A couple of breaths, deep inhale. One more breath. Slowly come out. You are ready for rest, Shavasana. If you have any other poses you want to take, feel free. We'll come around and pass a cloth around to everybody but Jennifer or Shane. I don't know which one. All right, let's take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Inflate your belly, your lungs, your chest. If anybody doesn't want a cloth, then just raise a foot or a hand right now. Open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Again, one more inhale through the nose, inflate the belly, the lungs, the chest. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. All right, next breath we'll hold. Inhale through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Take another sip of air in. Hold. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. Good, one more just like that. Deep inhale, inflate your belly, your lungs, your chest. Hold it at the top. Take another sip of air in. Hold for 10. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. Let it go. Let everything go. Nothing to do. Nothing to be. Just settle into this space. Relax your forehead and your jaw, your cheeks, your lips. Relax your breath. Claiming our own lives creates fulfillment and joy. We don't need to be controlled. We don't deserve to be repressed or stifled. We don't have to let anyone convince us that we do. We can trust ourselves. We know what we need. We know what we yearn for. We long to be set free. What once seemed so overwhelming, creating and taking responsibility for our lives, wasn't really so. It was our belief that we couldn't do it, couldn't handle it, couldn't be trusted that made it so. We created our own prison by believing we were trapped. We became controlled by believing others knew better than what we did, what is best for ourselves. We were afraid to take responsibility for our choices, so we simply gave up our power. Now it's time to step out, leave our prison of fear. We can take responsibility for our lives. We can take responsibility for what we create. We don't have to be afraid of making a mistake or doing something wrong. If we create a situation we don't like, we can create something different. We're free to create the life that we choose. We're free now to claim our own lives and create fulfillment and joy. We truly always have been. So thank you, yoginis, yogis, for showing up today and practicing. Thank our teachers and their teachers. And thank yourself for doing the practice, showing up for you. Now take this peace, this grace, this deeper connection with yourself and bring it into the world by sharing that with everybody you cross paths with. Be the change. Namaste.
Thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.